great adversary, and the projected losses were quite high. So we're thinking, oh, this could be it.
Whilst we were airborne, there was a message put out over the emergency frequency for all RAF Germany aircraft to return to their bases. And that was the first inkling that things were changing.
We knew there was something going on in the Middle East, and that Kuwait had been invaded. But we got recalled at high speed to our base, and as we landed, there's a flurry of activity on the airbase, and we realised that things were going on.
Right, got one going down either side of the nose, range 7 and 10. Looking for them, getting ready with the chair. Okay, getting along.
Cherry, right one, going left.
Go left, go left. Looking for them.
Very clear cut left.
Completely 180 degrees out from what I expected. I joined a Cold War Air Force, and so when Kuwait kicked off, it was a big shock to everybody.
It was a brilliant mixture of feelings. There was excitement, and obviously a mix of fear, worry, anxiety for our families at home, and a little bit of venturing into the unknown, because at the time the Iraqi Air Force, the Iraqi Army was a really powerful beast, and we were going to go against this really great adversary, and the projected losses were quite high. So we're thinking, oh, this could be it.
But sadly, we have lost a further tornado, GR1.
From the first night, every night we seem to lose a tornado. So you go into work, think, oh, okay, that's another one down. So it was really quite thought-provoking, really, the start of it. But again, well, we're really well trained. We know what we're doing. Hopefully, we'll have the luck on our side, and we'll crack on. And unfortunately, we did. But yeah, every night of the week for the first week, it seemed to be an aircraft going down. So it was quite a terrifying time.
Up to that point, everything has been as if you're operating in peacetime. All the aircraft have got lights on. You can see hundreds of other aircraft in the sky. Then suddenly it all starts going dark. Lights go off, radios are as silent as possible. Suddenly you know all these other aircraft are there, but you can't see them anymore. And that's when it really comes home to you that this is different.
Yeah, there's only one coming for you.
A very technically difficult way of operating, because basically means you have to go, you have to let the bombs go, turn upside down, pull away from the target. So lots and lots of manoeuvring upside down at night in the desert, which was quite difficult. And also you had with the terrain following radar we'd use on the way into the target. As you went beyond their limits, then there'd be lights flashing and bells going off in your ear. So really disorientating at the same time as well.
One night we were up, as a glorious clear night. We're cruising along at 20,000 feet, running towards the target and watching missile launches going off around the place, and just able to tick off in our minds, yeah, okay, that's SAM 8, that looks like a SAM 3, it's not guiding. Right up to the point where we started getting warnings on our radar warning receiver of a SAM 2, which is the same missile that shot Gary Powers down. SAM 2, and it goes through target acquisition, then you get an alarm and it goes to target track, and then the unthinkable happens and you get a different alarm. It switches to missile guidance on the display, and at exactly that moment a massive flash on the ground out in about 2 o'clock as the missile launched. And that is completely different at this stage, because now you know that missile is fired at you and that they've got a lock on you. Luckily we were close enough to weapons release that we could just finish the attack. We're only a couple of seconds away, and then do what we needed to do to defend against the missile, which is a sharp break, me using the defensive equipment to decoy the missile and the like. And it still got pretty close to us. We felt the blast when the missile detonated, but there was no damage to our aircraft, happily.
But it was defining for lots of the crews, because you join the military in the thought that you might actually have to go and do this, but generally none of us thought we would do, because it was the Cold War, and the Cold War had been going for 40 years, and there's no chance of us getting involved. It was fine. So to actually be told, right, off you go, we've been planning to do this job, off you go and do it, was a bit, oh, okay. And I think to do it so early on in the career as well was good, because it gave you that experience, and then as you went through, then you had that experience of having been in a war zone, and you had that to draw upon. So you weren't talking about stuff they did in the Falklands, you talked about stuff you did yourself.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.